Those other two probably went back to their rooms. Oh, well. Yay! Instant teleportation. Toko's room is... No, that's Sayaka's. Duh. This is Toko's. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds... Uh-huh. Ah, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay. She didn't look like she was in a good mood. Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hallway. What do you want? You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked you to meet with her. I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said too, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious. Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me what about it? I admit I did get a note, but I didn't go and see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to see her. Toko claims that she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. And with that, Toko quietly retreated to her room. Toko's account. Okay, and Yasuhiro's room is here. Nope, Leon's. This is Yasuhiro. I pressed the doorbell. Bing bong! And after a few seconds... What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to see you. How did you know about that? Oh, what? Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have you awakened your special abilities? But I'm not the only one she wanted to see. Ogre told me herself that she wanted to ask Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well... when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person. And she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then, you went and met with Sakura? No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yep, definitely suspicious. The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office. I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Oh, I do still have it. Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets. Sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Ah. Ah! Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket. Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that it was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Fucking hell, I need to learn how to fucking read better. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro, what's next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor in the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Let us start with the chem lab. God, I wish that map would hurry up. Chem lab. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. Well, fuck you too then. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like there are 3 shelves. It looks like the 3 shelves have been connected together to make it one giant shelf. But more important right now, what is that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. Are these footprints? And they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to a scene as a whole? How, we may need to sketch it out, but we... How kind of you to offer. With an unsufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay. So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me. So, when you look at it like this, interesting. But it would appear that whoever left these footprints had only business on the leftmost shelf. They came and went to the shelf, did whatever they had to do and left. That's what those footprints tell me. Those footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay then, let me see your shoes and confirm the size for myself. I couldn't think of any reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see, your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. Protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess this could be considered part of the shelving unit, section A. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle in here labeled chem C9. Could someone have put it there on accident? On this shelf is... one look and I can tell that it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? It looks like the bottle has the label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point the room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled. That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of powder. If you lay out the footprints, it looks like this. And when you look at the pattern, whoever left these behind went to the shelf on the left, and that's it. They went straight there, did something, and then they left. That's according to these footprints anyway. The prints are really clear, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure out whose they are. Which means these footprints are a super valuable clue. First I have to check out this area. Ugh. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals, I have no idea what they are. They are reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring out a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such arrogance for so long? It must be bliss. Isn't that kinda harsh? What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with a B in the letter. A letter B in the number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving Unit B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. I should try and find out more about the shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is, the Section A, there was a bottle labelled with whatever. What was the bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Chem lab shelf. What else is there to look at? Broken bottle. Yeah. There's not... oh, this. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning, whoever did it, blah blah blah. We already know this. Okay. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab, maybe I should take another look at the rec room. Maybe. Oh, bye fuckface. Yeah, the rec room is there. So Makoto, how was your investigation going? I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me. I see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go to see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone is lying. Someone's lying? Well, I've made some progress on my own. Sakura's body, the shuffle magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed more clues. You'd do well to look them over one more time. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue of some kind. Clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Did someone put it back this way on accident?
No.
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore it in detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped it through it. This is... On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. And it said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
So.
Then it would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this? It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. A dying message. But just to be clear, I'm not sure the one who put it back upside down. I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of the others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like a... Then she must be the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled, she's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but... It just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me much more suspicious. Okay, her body next. According to Kyoko, there's something to be discovered about Sakura's body. Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Yeah, well, I know, but... Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although, there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it. That's totally normal. Then how can you... I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind. More importantly, look here. Her shoes. You see that yellow powder on her instead? Yeah, it really stands out. That powder is clue number 1. Okay. Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully. Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me explain. It would appear that she didn't suffer a single blow to the head, but instead she received 2 blows to the head. 2 blows? Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
そう
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood in either one.
そうね
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary. I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. And the Monokuma balls. I think Kyoko said she'd found a new clue involving the Monokuma balls. Something new, something new. Hmm?
ね
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, and you're sure to find it. A correlation? Chess pieces? Duh. Hey Kyoko, can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come up with their own conclusions, so that everyone has confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottles. Yay.
ね
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that bothers me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right? An experiment?
とに
When
か
you
く
gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle, try to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
別にいい
I've
じゃない
already done a thorough examination, so it's fine, and that obnoxious Byaku is not here, so...
じゃあ
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try and gather up all the glass. With that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting up all of the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting. Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
つまり
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected with one of the other intact Monokuma bottles. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It makes sense once we do it. First, let's compare the weight of the two normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced,
つまり
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figure inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
じゃあ
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there. Okay, then let's give it a try. Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
やっぱり
Just as I thought. What? The results of our experiments and the correlation between each of the bottles, put it all together. I believe you will arrive to one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment. Yay! What a bitch. Now where do we meet? And what will you do if I don't? It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, whatever happens, I have to make something happen. Oh no, not whatever happens. Whatever. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist! A locked room murder mystery. What the... Oh, I recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss us in a smiley face, it becomes positive. For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. This is just plain creepy. And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it becomes super negative. For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right. That does make it seem sad. Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see y'all down there. Oh my god, look at the little... Ooh, what the hell was that? I don't get it. I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? I don't think I'm acting casual. I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. The killer. The one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know. And yet, someone killed her. And that person is here. That person is one of us. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator. But with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Ooh, Egyptian themed. It's just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say it like it's not your fault we're all like this. I wonder, will the class trial end with one last classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely? Now then, are we ready to begin? You know the drill, find your assigned seats! And so the curtain opened up for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Yes. Okay, so thanks for watching, and that's going to be the end of this recording session. And the next recording session will be the Sakura Ogami trial, and we will find out who killed her. Okay, so thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye!